Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whenever and wherever you are. And welcome back to the Beat Up Plan as we return once again to our Crimson Chateau estate within the darkest dungeon, where the infestation level has reached high and where it is the first recording after my return from a holiday. I hope I haven't lost my darkest dungeon food. Now, you can already see the team that I have selected to go out today. I'm just checking sure if Papyrus indeed does have everything I want him to have, and he does. The fact of the matter was, I originally had Bonnie in this lineup, but I am going to go for a long mission. I don't really care about the Book of Sanity. In fact, I would have cared more about the Book of Holy Healing, but then again, minus 20 HP is a lot, and this is a medium mission. I'm gonna go with a long mission with this team. Basically, we have once again, high virtue chance over here. Using the Crimson Core Trinkets. We're using the Crimson Core Trinkets on the Leopard, the ones that will actually make me feel like the Leopard might have an edge again. Minus 20% stress. It's really hard to stress him out. In general, protection and HP, and well, that HP, additional HP is really handy because if he has a 60% health HP, then he has plus 15 accuracy. I have the feeling this was general plus 15 accuracy. Perhaps I've missed an update and they have nerfed this a little bit, but we'll have to see. And because I do not have a really big stress healer, I was considering going on with the plus 25% healing and minus 2 speed, which I don't mind, and then the Ancestral Scroll. But now that I've actually put in Papyrus, I think I'm going to go back to Junia's head. Oh, it's 10% extra for only 5% additional healing. You know what? We'll leave it like this. Plus 50% healing. Let us see if this will work. And we're going to go in here and try and find our ways ourselves once again towards a boss. Oh, it's been too long. A long mission. That means definitely 4 shovels, 2 stacks of food. This is the cove. There's definitely some chance for some additional food. So, 4 herbs. 3 keys. We have a vampire, so let's not forget to bring some blood before I do that again. We have some light creation, but not a lot, so I'm not gonna understack, and hopefully we'll get enough money out of this. We do need some bandages for bleeds. There is not that much blood in here, I believe. Additional bandage? I don't think we need that. We have a pretty strong healer. I think I'm gonna leave it like this, and hopefully that I haven't forgotten anything. I have food, I have shovels, I have keys, I have torches. Yeah. Hopefully we will get some food. Perhaps make this a full stack. Oh, you know what? Otherwise we won't be able to add something if we find it. Add one additional one. All right. And yes, it does mean that we're using a bit of low-level people and in a dungeon that is for their level quite the challenge. So don't think I've whooshed out here to go low level or something. Nope.
The smell of rotting fish is almost unbearable.
And we have to explore 90% of rooms, so we can definitely skip these 2 rooms. Which I kind of intended to because not a lot of here, but just 2 random curios. I do notice that, unfortunately, I should have checked that ahead of time. He really needs some blood. Alright, here we go. There's already our first opportunity for some additional food. Though it can give you other stuff, just like that. There's already a blockage over here. Nice dodge. Not a bad start. Not a bad start. Neither is that a bad start. I feel like we're almost surprised, however, as how many turns they've had. We're gonna go with some massive damage. And then we're gonna jump because we have a good chance to kill this dude.
A faint hope blossoms.
And I don't want too many stress because Papyrus is only level 2. I do want to focus on her stumbling scratch because he was in 3rd position, which is just lovely. some additional damage on her. That's unfortunate that she goes first. I really had hoped that we could have Papyrus go a little faster. Another dodge. I like it.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Let's get ourselves some riposte up. Alright. That's no issue. In fact, I'm going to get myself some healing here. And going to try and create some light, because we did lose quite a bit thanks to this little former human being. There we go. Remove some of that stress. That's very nice. We like to see that. Just focus him and we will be A-okay with one another. There we go. Mark yourself. Get some protections up. And let's stun you. This is how we're going to have to more or less treat. I shouldn't make my actions as I think of the word. Should handle the fights with this particular team. I have done the crazy thing before of putting in too low a person into a dungeon, but this time I hope I... Well, my holiday has made me sharp again, and that I won't make any silly mistakes. Yeah, that can definitely hurt, so we'll have to focus heal that in a moment. Which does mean we won't have our light creation
Surges as the enemy
or a stun, so we better can try and finish it off. That is a little annoying in order. And now it's time to finish this fight.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Naturally, there's a little bit of synergy going on here with Open Vein and the Houndmaster's trinkets, so I shouldn't really not only focus on... Oh, that's... We'll use that immediately. So we should not just focus with the Houndmaster on... sorry, with the Highwayman on using his point-blank shot.
Another mariner, another misfortune.
Ollie, I hope we don't need to use too many shovels, though. Didn't bring a hell of a lot of them. Once again, backline is the... has to be the focus. Well, we have two people that can do it, so... Nice dodge. Actually going to open your vein. Considering his massive amount of protection, we can try and hit him with the leper and thereby secure us a little bit of a numbers advantage here.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
And the problem with these guys, that's a pretty okay buff for him to do, because he's not the big damage dealer, is that these guys are pretty bleed resistant, which is why I wasn't too keen on doing this team, and I rather had preferred to use Bonnie, because she has Blight instead of Bleed, but there's only so much I can do where it becomes, yeah, well, inadequate as a team, because I didn't have any stress heal. And I didn't want to do that to a team, so I, in the end, opted to have more focus on Bleed, despite that not being too good in the Cove. And I felt necessary to tell you that before you think like, hey, the beta plan uses this. Must be a good thing, right? I don't want to mislead you there. That is fortunate that it was twice that way. Get yourself a damage buff. This damage first. This is. Oops. Oh crap! I confused pistol shot and. Well, we do have a marked synergy also with the Houndmaster, but still, that is not exactly what I wanted actually. That is a good stress relief, though. You can heal yourself quite handily. Light? Yes. Unfortunately, no stun. Then the heal would have been better. There we go. That is some nice... Okay.
Decisive pummeling.
Oh, I should really have killed him. I just realized, of course, no reinforcements with this guy. What am I doing? Yeah, this is... Oh, this is all kinds of bad. Hey, stop it. I don't enjoy... Oh, yeah, leper can only move one. I want to move him too, but that is not allowed with a leper. Alright. Let's get ourselves a numbers advantage here. Good night. No reinforcements with you. Time to heal up. Time to have this team ready for another bout. And 11 hit points for a level 3 Vestal. I like that, to be honest. That sounds like a right amount of number than one can be happy with. Alright, I bleed. That's what you say, but I have just buffed you up so much you have a lot of bleed resistance now. That did not unfortunately trigger as I wanted it to. But that is quite a possibility. 11 hit points, only one away from maximum.
How quickly the tide turns.
Well, stress heal looks like a good thing again. That's all I can say with that blow. You know what? Let's get you some protections. Get you marked, still get the focus. Unfortunately, no crits, so no additional stress relief, but now there's always a chance that this will work out nicely. The more people are stressed, the better Cry Havoc is. Although, of course, you'd rather have no person stressed, I know, but still. Let's just
Well struck.
do a little bit of damage, I wanted to say, just to prep, but apparently that wasn't going to be a whole lot of damage.
A momentary abatement.
And do that again. Plus 72% protections. And marked. Should be good. Still goes for a different person, but that was a nice dodge, so... A little bit of a bleed. That was a bad healing, but this time it wasn't a problem because we did not have anyone low on health. 1 HP, oh no. I know he's bleeding, I know the Houndmaster can do more damage, but I prefer to get all of the stress gone. And he is nearly dead. One more blow, but we have one more chance. I'm gonna say the Vestal's gonna move faster than him. So we are gonna heal.
The blood pumps. The limbs obey.
That's unfortunate. That is though doesn't make it that bad because then we can create some light. Voila.
This expedition at least promises success.
I'm really looking. I don't really need gold, as we already know. So I'm not too keen on changing this. This could be useful right now. I rather prefer to get some family heirlooms. Yeah. I might like the Surgeon's Charm, don't get me, or the Chirurgeon's Charm, because apparently that is a word, but I just don't know how to pronounce it. Just not familiar with it. It's a little bit like, I don't really need to do anything with that right now. I also don't really need food right now. You know what? Oh, by the way, party order is wrong.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Probably worth it for the blood. And I think we got even something else, but I already forgotten to look at what it was. Ooh, this is a team and a half that we need to destroy quick. Skull toss. Alright, that's a lot of focus stressed. The stun was what I was kind of hoping to avoid. There's a good chance I will kill him. Good. That is A-okay by me. Try to get him stunned. Yes. That means that we can prevent at least a turn of a possible howl. That's protections and you have quite a bit of it, so you know what? Let's get going.
Powerful blow.
Nice. And let's get rid of the one guy. There we go. After all, he's stun resistant now as well anyway, so... That's a big blow.
Prodigious size alone
And that's it gone.
does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Wow, finding a lot of onyxes. That was a good fight. Do I want more? There's 2,500 already. That's not enough to pay for all the upgrades we've gotten, but we also will get some extra loot. It doesn't seem like the right moment yet to switch things around. It looks like this party order is fine with these two switching around, making sure that the leper can... As long as the leper is in either 1 or 2, it's fine. Hello. Might be a fight where we have to stress you a little. I also actually wanted the other one because this one can actually hit the back rack. So, I mean, it has a damage modifier of minus 80%. Don't get me wrong, it's not a good ability, but...
The ground quakes.
Oh, not a bad thing. Spear fishing. That's really annoying because of the leper's turn being now completely useless. Nice. That's definitely not the worst thing that could have happened to us. That is a good hit as well. That is not good enough to kill him though, because Papyrus is really weak souls in this dungeon. Just being a little too low level and also being really stressed. Not the worst targets if she moves. Didn't even happen, so that's even better.
That devastating blow.
Another crit, nice, and we start getting bleeds on him, which I kinda like, to be honest. But he is size 3, which is messing with me not being able to hit this guy that well. You know what, let's try and get some protection up. Let's hope they focus on him, and we'll try with Papyrus and with Sister to hit him. Ah, darn, there's the arterial pinch. But resisting the bleed and the debuff. That I certainly enjoy. As he is trying to keep him more and more bled. Keeping more and more bled is not a sentence I normally should have uttered. I'm sorry. And... stack some damage. Ooh. Getting there. Arterial pinch is not a problem, man. He has so much heal of his own that I'm not too concerned actually if he gets arterial pinched. And this I like. Time to get healing. And those critical hits are just taking care at least of the stress from the highwayman. Little bit of a bad heal, but nice, and he's dead next turn. Perhaps ended with a little too much stress. What's your speed? -1. Okay, so we should be able to get off a Cry Havoc, but despite having a little bit too much stress left, I'm okay with it. That's a nice crit, perhaps. Only 9 women. Still, I'm cool with it.
Victory, but a victory nonetheless.
I think I still am going to do it like this. And I know these guys are worth quite a bit, but I just don't Well, you know what? We could camp here. I know it's an early camp. But we can get a lot of buffs going on. I think we're gonna do that, actually.
A moment of respite. A chance to steel oneself against the coming horrors.
And then we will probably take this along because there's a long enough dungeon that can be useful. And then we can do Hound's Watch and release the Hounds for a lot of scouting. And we could release the stress of a lot of people, but I don't think that's really useful. Only the Leper will gain this plus 15% protections. Well, you know what? We're gonna clean guns. Because we actually do use point blank shot as our main form of damage.
The promise of safety.
The fact is, do I want to use a shovel on this? I don't think so. I think that's a little too early. More or less the same team, except that now there's this little guy. With a pretty useless buff on him, because he is not built for damage.
Precision and power.
Perhaps that's a better party order if he starts up with hitting the back rank. Because that is where most of the time the stress dealers are at. Why did I stun him instead of him? I do not know. The crit is annoying, certainly because it's just 1 damage, but everything else, not a problem. 8 damage per 5 rounds, well, he's got a really strong heal on him. I can negate that. That's unfortunate, but that's something we have to live with. Another crit, nice. You're just gonna heal. Apparently you have, yeah, minus healing received. But you also increase your resistance towards getting bled, so that's not a bad idea. Here, there we go. Get a nice stun off. Keep the big guy occupied. Gotta be careful though, because he can give diseases, that little wretched thing over here. Nice. That he resists that? A little less so, but... And... hit him again. Nice, more bleed. And... finish you off. Why did I do that with light creation? I don't know. Good question. Very observant of you. Who I just created in my mind. Oh, we do more damage. Oh, I could have, however, lowered his protections. That would probably have been better. And perhaps I should use point blank shot considering we cleaned guns, but... let's stun again. Ah, too bad. Because he didn't have any stun resistance bonus.
Only the strength to follow it.
Minus speed. Oh, it does give minus speed, yeah, I didn't even know.
Impressive.
Boom! 21 damage, baby. He is dead due to all the other bleeds we gave him. And effectively, he did 8 damage to us. Because we can't heal that away. Do we want full light? We already have full light. So, heal that 1 HP here away and hopefully getting a crit. But that did not occur. Yeah, we do want the busts. What are we going to drop for it, though? I guess the emerald. Even though it's a bit of a shame, but... yeah, I like this party order better. Oh, but that made it just all the more better than I did it, but... oh, he's craving. Vampire's craving blood again. Nice, they're surprised. Because now we can just hit the back rank so much better. I should have realized that from the start. There we go. There is a nice old hit. 16 damage. And thanks to that this guy is present, we're probably not going to get too stressed out over this battle. There's a nice stun. Barnacle Bear. Alright. And I like the fact that I have him now the back rank targeted, because of the infestation level there's a good chance, wow, bad blow by the way, of finding some of those bloodsuckers, and we, well, we do want an invitation, but yeah, this is not really that good. Gonna actually move him 2 to the back. Do this so that there is no protections from him that matter. And we did do quite a bit of fair damage there. Then stun him. It's good for the light, and unfortunately a stressful incantation that will turn the light a little lower. I kind of hope to prevent that little thing, but there we go. And now it is time to recover and enjoy taking down these enemies with ease.
Sedated.
And in the meantime, even if the stun resistant creates some light. Oh, we actually got even the stun onto that. Alrighty then. And I'll probably, despite clean guns, focus on if it bleeds, because it lowers his bleed resistance, which is quite good for us. That was kind of pointless because he has his own stress relief. Yeah. Sorry, that was a really pointless cry havoc. Also, that was a little bit less needed, but I just want to keep up with the bleed. And lower. Okay, let's just give the blood. That wasn't what I wanted to see. And he hits his own vessel. There we go. I think you might be dead. Yeah, you are. And
Great is the weapon
boop.
that cuts on its own.
Portraits! Yes, and please. Alright, I think we'll take away the bandages. Don't want to throw something else away just yet. Too early. Darn it. Darn it, all our buffs are going to end here already, because that's the 4th battle. It means that our freaking Release the Hounds is not as efficient as I had hoped it would be. I'm gonna switch you into the 2nd position and feel good about it. Oh, we can't take more deeds. Yeah, of course. Sorry, we can only take this. I thought, oh, we're gonna get some deeds, but nope. Oh, waste of a key. Too bad. And here we go. This tends to give good things, though it can give really weird stuff. You know what? Let's just touch it with you. Lazy Eye. -5 on AC for ranged kills. That is absolutely not a problem on a leper, so that is really good that he got that, because if that ever gets locked in, effectively it means he has no bad quirk, so are you okay with that? Boom! Insta kill, baby.
A singular strike.
A nice crit there. Taken out. And this team has absolutely no chance against us. Despite the fact that we have a level 2 in here and 3 level 3s, which is just like the bear, which is even subpar of a team that you would expect to find in here, or a team that you would send in here. Lower the bleed resistance a little bit. Oh, unfortunate. Okay, you just gave us a little bit of additional stress. Moreover, we need to move there. That is poop, so to speak. One more round. Oh, come on. Ow. We need to heal. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to get a stun off, so hence we can't focus on this guy. Luckily, he does another Oxystus, so we can actually focus him. I rather prefer the damage here, and that we can focus on the right guy. Unfortunately, no, I have to do this then. Right now, and now I can focus on you. Which means I have to do this before he dies too quickly. Yep, that's the better move here. Try and stun him. Good.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
That barnacle barrier is annoying though, because the bleed isn't strong enough. Now I definitely can finish it off with the leper by doing aerial damage, but oh, please don't. No. We're gonna have to do this one a little awkwardly. This will probably not do him much damage now because he guarded, so he has extra protections. Yeah, so 6 HP is what we have to work with. Okay, I guess so. Just not going to question it at this moment. Alright, that kill is done. Gives him a nice little bit of stress relief. And now it's going to be the dance of forth and back. We have full light, so we don't need to stun him anymore for light creation. Everything else is just heal and stress heal. So actually it's a double heal. I'm sure you wouldn't have expected anything else from me. At the toughest difficulty, I find that this is a necessary evil. But it will give me the amazing... Well, let's not go ahead of ourselves, but there is a good chance that if I do this, I will be able to finish this dungeon at the toughest difficulty, even with a team that is beneath the level that it's supposed to have in order to fight in here. Stress is mainly on the Houndmaster, unsurprisingly. That crit unfortunately did not land where I wanted it to land. He is missing all over. And we only have dodge of 23 on the leper, which is not that high, so... Unfortunately, you did not target yourself with that. Just gonna do this, hoping for a crit, and then see what we can do. There you go. I think that's now 3 dodges in a row, which is amazing. Do you get a dodge bonus from... no, it's speed and damage. I was wondering if he got a dodge bonus from his vampire buff, but he didn't. Okay, this is taking too long. I'm getting annoyed. Bye-bye. Just not want to do it.
Nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
And interestingly enough, no scout. I do really want to scout over here, because that's probably going to activate all rooms, so I might just do a camp over there.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
I've noticed that we are quite capable of keeping the lights.
A blazing star is born.
I'm going to throw away one of the torches. I'm going to focus on these two because I am hoping for no double kill, no double whammy. Oh! Is that enough? It is. Good, because then we can do this. Create some light. Get a kill. Now there's only going to be one enemy, and even that dodge made it even better.
Death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
I probably will have to pop a cookie soon, just to make some room. I'm waiting for the fight that requires it, but I think it won't come.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Still find that a weird thing to say, Wayne. Well, we got a scout anyway, so that's good, because scouted teams cannot surprise you. That's why scouts are so good. Along with, of course, if you need to find anything or something like that, well, then you know where to go. So, like, information is always good. Not a surprise. Well, let's hope this time it goes a little bit more the way I wanted it to go. Nope. No, unfortunately, we do not kill one of them this time. Well, we do then, apparently, via the
Waits for the slightest lapse.
The riposte. That was painful. This is also annoying. Guess we're gonna get rid of the corpse.
Annihilated.
That is good and bad at the same time.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Hopefully we will find some place where we can gain some food, because I just have to eat something in here because there's another fight coming up and I don't want Sister to go in there with very low health. Oh, it's a madman as well. Well, this is clear. He is going to go down as soon as we can, and then we're going to leave him up and they're trying to prevent any or remove any stress that he has given us. Will you stop giving stress to everybody, Mr. Vampire? It doesn't help us. Oh. That's a bit unfortunate. This would have been good cookie, but luckily he just does enough damage. I might just actually throw the cookies away. But it always feels a bit like a waste. But then again, it's not a waste if you can get more stuff. Oh! You resisted now, did you? Well, let me just clear out the number and unfortunately do not de-stress myself from that.
This is how a life is taken.
Yeah, this focus was expected. Ah, nice passive. Good. You cannot get there because he's in the 3rd rank. Too bad. But this can be done. Fortunately, he's pretty bleed resistant. I'm gonna have to stun. Or I want to stun in favor even of healing.
We find victory.
We have 100 light. He can't reach the 3rd rank. If the stun hit it, there was too many good things that could come from that, so we're gonna try that. And he is dead, because I doubt that we're gonna have 2 misses here. Possibly would have even been better to just already start the stress heal, but there we go. Start the general heals, start the stress heals, and start feeling good about this. I want to say I should probably make a cut in here. After this fight, I will make a cut in the video, because we've already been going on for 38 minutes, and we have had 2, 4, 6, 7 rooms, and then there is about the same. Yo, hello. Why can I not scroll up here? Is that impossible to fight? Anyways, there are 2 up here, 4, 6, so there's like the half of the dungeon left, so sounds to me like a good idea to put in a little cut, and then we'll start with a camp, more likely, perhaps at the start of the video. Yeah, probably, because we want to go up in here, most likely. Oh dear. And of course, if you want to go now, by all means, go, because, well, this is just going to be the rest of the fight. Just gonna heal, gonna stress heal. It's a bit boring, but perhaps you just like the soothing quality of my voice, and in that case, by all means, stay. And you know what? Perhaps hit that like button, or perhaps hit that dislike button if you just get like really annoyed that I start always with the same type of, well, matter that I discuss once I get into this trivial task of wearing these guys down. Perhaps you seriously dislike that. And if you do dislike that, if you could, just tell me in the comments and not dislike it immediately. I mean, I'm a small channel. I can see every dislike. And it pains my soul to the very core. No, don't worry, it doesn't. In fact, personally, I actually kind of like at times to see a dislike. That sounds really weird, but what I mean to say by it is I rather prefer to have a like or dislike on my video than have nothing at all. If people take the time to like, hey, I don't think this video was well, and then also try to explain it, that's good. Then I can get a little bit better. I mean, I won't learn if yeah, we have full life. If you never get any feedback, feedback is important. The only disadvantage I feel is that most YouTube comments, once they are bad, they're highly toxic. They're like, your voice is shit and I can't listen to you and you're bad and you suck and all those type of lovely comments where you're like, okay, so why do I suck? And also saying, for instance, that my voice is bad, which I did have, by the way, a comment about. By all means, all up to you. If you don't like my voice, I'm not telling you to listen. Try to find a different channel that suits to your style. There are so many different people with so many different tastes. I'm not forcing you to stay here. I'm not forcing you to hit that like button. I'm not forcing you to hit that dislike button. It's all cool and relaxed, man. Sometimes I feel like the toxic comments, they make no sense to me. It doesn't help anyone. It doesn't help yourself as well. I mean, if you dislike my video, why take the time to say that you hate me and that I'm bad? Because, in general, personally for me, that makes me feel like you look like a loser by just saying, you are bad, just because I say so. No, that's not how the world revolves. You are not God. It's not because you dislike it, it is bad. That it makes no effing sense. Think about things, then say them. Might work out. Might not work out. Be careful at times. And I mean that because, well, sometimes when you say what you honestly think and it is bad, well, I would, for instance, say don't do that towards your boss, for instance. That's probably bad. Oh, this is probably why he's also taking so much trash damage. He got a debuff until camp. Right. 22. We'll lose 10 at least from eating food. So I will stop once we hit that 10 region because kind of pointless to do anything else. I know that wouldn't kill him, so let's stun. There we go. Nice. 17. Oh, actually, I think, yeah, you're missing 1 hit point. Okay. Hit another stun. Awesome possum. I'm okay with that. Did not function. Oh no. Alright. You know, I think I should kill him in the next round. Because if he suddenly crits me, all the work I'm doing here is just like for naught. So perhaps I should just try and kill him with the Houndmaster. Give him that stress relief. That was a strange, fast movement. Okay, if that's the case, we'll take another turn of this. Voila. All is well in the world. This won't do 3 damage, I doubt it. Get a stun. He has 1 H. Oh, he has 2 HP. Sorry. Sorry for the misinforming. He has 2 HP. Should have healed, but we're gonna camp anyway in the next room. Might have 1 battle in between. Should not be a problem. Did not get a stress relief. I feel
Remind
cheated.
yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Until camp. Oh no. And camping we will in the next episode. I say thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty.